Boy, that thumbnail that just came out was pretty hilarious. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm not sure who's going to be on with me live today, but certainly you guys have the option of restreaming at any point. So, welcome to your yoga practice. We're going to begin today in seated. So find a comfortable seated position, resting your hands on top of your knees, and begin to take gentle inhales through the nose and out through the nose. Allow yourself to settle your mind, settling the thoughts, and coming into the awareness of your body. Let your shoulders relax. Let your jaw relax. Your eyelids. Let the sensation on the back of your neck relax. Feel a sensation of connectedness with your body. And the more we connect with the sensations of the body, the less we're caught up in the thoughts of our mind. See if your breath can lengthen, both the inhale and the exhale, creating a little bit more space for sensations. And feel free at this point to take a soft gaze open, or you can still maintain your eyes closed for the first few moments. We're just going to start with some gentle neck movements to open up some space in our throat and our neck. So allow your right ear to come down towards your right shoulder. Hi, Dr. Charming. And allow the chin to pass through the midline, rolling it all the way over so that the left ear comes to the left shoulder. If you don't like to extend your neck, you're just going to repeat that side to side. If you're okay with extending your neck, reach up to the ceiling with your chin and continue that circle all the way around. See if you can keep your shoulders still and stable so that the only movement is really coming from your cervical spine and neck. Keep the flow of breath, perhaps inhaling as you're looking up and exhaling as the chin comes down. And let's go ahead and take one more revolution in that direction. And go ahead and switch directions. Let's go ahead and make this last circle the last one. And then we'll just come back chin to chest if you can. And rise the head and neck back up to neutral. Wonderful. We're going to take our practice all the way up into standing to begin today, and then we're going to work ourselves back down towards the mat. So to get to standing, we're going to turn our bodies over into tabletop position. Flip our toes under and lean back on those knees so that we've still got some nice pressure. See if you can hover the knees up off of the mat and push up into a downward facing dog. Maybe separating your feet nice and wide for this first downward facing dog. I separate wide for everything to create more space for my baby here. So modify to what your needs are. And just pedal those legs out, pushing the heels down towards the floor, letting the chin tuck towards the chest. Hi. Okay. And let's go ahead and start to just walk the feet closer towards the hands, coming into a fold. Release the neck tension completely. Slowly bend through your knees and roll one vertebrae at a time all the way up to standing. And come to your standing mountain pose. I'm just gonna forget to move this. We're going to take this mountain pose for a few cycles of breath. Hi. Beautiful. Let's reach our arms all the way up with our next inhale. Bend through your knees, exhale, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back so that the hands glaze the tops of the shins, but not really pressure at the knees. Keep a nice long spine. My knees again are bent here to help support my back. Try and tuck your chin so that the neck is also in line with the spine. So if I turn to the side, we're not rounded here. We are flat, we are engaged, we are supporting our spine. When you're ready, next exhale, drop back down to the floor. And then bend through the knees, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. And so that's a half salutation, half of a sun sal. We're just doing the standing portion. So we're gonna go ahead and repeat that 3 more times with the cycle of our breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend through the knees, lift through the arms, stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more times. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, prayer. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Exhale, prayer. Very nice. Take your hands back out to the side. We're going to do some one-armed raises now. So we're going to inhale, lift the right arm up and slide the left arm down the thigh, stretching that side body. Exhale, release. Inhale the left arm up. Slide down the thigh. Exhale, release. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Very nice. We're going to take our arms and now take some standing, like a partial cat-cow. So as we inhale, our arms are going to come out backwards, like so, with the palms reaching towards one another. I'm just going to get a little bit more. There we go. Inhaling, letting the palms come back. As you exhale, let the back round and the arms are going to come forward. One palm comes to the other. Push your palms towards me, chin to chest. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. And go ahead and just rise back up to standing mountain and release your breath. We've gotten our upper trunk and torso a little bit more warmed up and awake, so we're going to go ahead and do some similar things for the legs. We're going to step our right leg back and the left leg forward into a warrior one stance. Actually, I'm going to turn my body to the side so it can be seen better. This back leg we're going to keep straight and engaged throughout this one, but we're going to be bending and straightening this front leg. So as we inhale, we're going to straighten that left knee. As we exhale, we're going to sink in. Now, if at any point your knee starts to sink past the toes, then it's time to lengthen your stance, so create some more space. You always want that knee to stay within the distance of the toes in this particular posture. So, I had to lengthen my stance already. Let's come to our starting position. We're going to inhale, straighten. Exhale, deepen. Feeling the push back down through that right calf. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Once you sink down into that nice strong warrior, go ahead and engage and lift the arms up above the head, reaching the thumbs backward, the fingers up, lifting your chest, pressing back through that right heel, feeling that nice deep calf and hip flexor stretch on the right leg. Go ahead and release the arms down by our sides, but collect them behind your back, interlacing the fingers together and extending the elbows, opening the chest. One more breath. Release your arms and go ahead and start to straighten back out through that left knee. I'm going to just rotate my body to the side, but if you want to step up, step back with each leg to swap to the other side, you can do it that way too. So a nice long stance, setting up that warrior, knowing where we're headed. And so we'll take that first straightening of that back leg. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, sinking in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Take that last exhalation. Let the arms float all the way up into traditional warrior one posture. Fingers reaching up, thumbs reaching back. Really pushing through that back left heel this time, feeling the calf stretch and the front of the left hip flexor stretch. Breathe a few more times, nice and long. Go ahead and release those arms, collecting them at the small of your back once again. extend the elbows, find your chest opener while maintaining a nice strong foundation of warrior one. And release the grip that you have, straightening back out through the left knee and either stepping the left leg up to meet the right. I'm going to turn to you and heel toe my feet back into Tadasana and glance at our timing. Good, we're just about halfway through. So still plenty of time for more practice. So that really helped to get our calves, the location back here, and the front of our hip flexors a little bit more open, as well as some of the flank when we reach the arms above our chest. So we're really rotating through different body parts. So we're going to take a balanced pose next to work on the quad length. So although the leg being back and behind us in warrior helps us get the hip flexors, until we start bending that knee, we don't really achieve the quad stretch. So I'm going to shift weight into the left leg to begin. You can start with resting your hands on your waist and just coming up onto the ball of the right toes. Try not to hyperextend this standing leg, just keep it engaged so that you feel the muscles lifting you away from the floor. And we're going to bend that knee, taking your right hand to the inside aspect, if you can, of that ankle and foot, so that way that the chest continues to get its opener. Of course, if this is unreachable, then you can use something like a strap to help assist. We're feeling that nice deep quad stretch, while also practicing balance on the other side. See if you can prevent the hips from dipping or rising, just a nice even direction. And just to extend this posture, perhaps you would like to lift the left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. We're going to take 3 more full cycles of breath here. Release the leg, release the arm. Let's just reset with a breath. Right. Remember, every practice is different, so whatever you've achieved in the past may not be what you do in this present moment. I can usually hold that pose for very long, but I've got a lot of changes going on in my body, so it's okay. We just accept where we're at presently. There's nothing wrong with that. Shifting weight into the right leg, engaging that leg just like we did on the other side, so that we're not hyperextending that knee, but feeling a lifting and a supportive sensation. Start to lift through the left side and grabbing the inner aspect of that ankle and foot, taking yourself into a quad stretch on the other side, maybe using a little strap for support, getting that nice shoulder opening. And then if you'd like to take the right arm up towards the sky, extending that side body, checking in on the hip levelness, making sure you're breathing. 3 cycles of breath. Let's release arm and leg back down. We're going to just reset with a cycle of breath here. Wonderful. So we've taken care of our quads and our calves. Let's address some of the hamstring length, and we'll do so with a wide angled forward fold. So step or heel toe your feet out nice and wide. And if you want to have the toes just slightly angled outward, that may be a little bit more comfortable. We're going to bend through the knees in order to fold our bodies forward safely, keeping our spine flat so that our hands can reach the floor. Once they do, go ahead and start to re-straighten the legs out to your own tolerance. They don't have to get perfectly straight. We're gonna walk our hands all the way over towards the right foot. And again, you can start to dial the toes out a little bit more here and just keep the hands either to the inner aspect of that leg, which is easier for me with my belly right now versus surrounding the leg, which is not wrong for anybody. It's just more challenging for me right now. So I'm going to keep my hands to the inner aspect and tuck my chin and start to work on just that one side. The knee, I have a little micro bend in my knee because I can't quite get it straight, but as I breathe and as I stay here on this side, I might be able to push into the floor and work it a little bit straighter. The goal is not straightness. The goal is to achieve a level of a stretch that you can breathe through without strain. Three cycles of breath. After that third cycle of breath, start to dial the toes in and walk the hands back forward. We're going to pause here in the center, letting the head and neck relax. Bend through the knees to support the body, shifting weight into the balls of the feet. Three more cycles of breath. Walk your hands over towards the left leg and start to dial the left toes out just a little bit more. Just shift into view here. Again, I'm going to stay on the inside aspect of this leg, but you might choose to surround that leg with each arm. Little micro bend in that left knee. Tuck the chin and find some nice deep breathing. Let's go ahead and take 3 full cycles of breath. Begin to walk those arms back towards the center, dialing the left toes in. We're going to fold another time, and if you'd like, you can rest the hands right beneath your shoulders, or if you want this time to take them maybe to the outer ankles, or even tucking them underneath the feet for a little bit more leverage. You can use your strong upper body to pull the upper body over those thighs. Again, I have a bend in the knees for protection. Breathe deeply for 3 cycles of breath. I built in an extra breath there. It was feeling so great. Let's take the hands back out forward, and what you can do is just slide the feet back a little bit more narrow, taking that downward dog. Shift the weight forward over the wrists and let the knees come back down to the mat. Let's take a cat-cow, inhaling, lifting through the heart center, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding through the back. Inhale, lifting through the chest, lifting through the gaze, flaring the tailbone, sticking that out backward. Exhale, round through the back, tucking the chin, push through the floor. One more time, inhale. Exhale. And let's just sit back. on those heels. Your choice whether you want the legs close together or wide. My theme of for a while is wide. And then let those arms stretch out in front of you into a child's pose. Just begin to rise back up into tabletop, but we're gonna head back down to a similar fold in our pigeon posture. So let's take our right leg and reposition it forward in front of us, slide back with the left leg. You still wanna try to have as much squared pelvis here. And so sometimes that requires putting something underneath this right leg for some support. And then the back leg is in a nice straight line so that the instep is nice and neutral, and we've got a hip flexor opening stretch happening at the same time. So once you're here, this would be your pigeon posture, upright. It's what looks more like a pigeon if you are going to visualize that, but we're going to take fallen pigeon today. So I'm going to slide back so I'm a little bit more in view. And then you can just take your hands in front of you, and then perhaps down to the elbows. And maybe this is as far as you go, but ultimately I'd like for you to have some head support. So if this is as far as you feel you can fold forward, provide a little bit of support for the head to rest into, or use a pillow or a block. Or if you want to take yourself all the way down, resting your forehead on the floor, then that's of course another option. So we're going to take a good several cycles of breath in our fallen pigeon. Begin to lift up through your gaze, sliding your hands underneath your hips so it's easier to rise. We're gonna unturn that leg and slide back up into a tabletop, and just for a brief moment extend that right leg, creating a counter pose on that deep pigeon. If you want to lift it up, if you want to move the hip around in circles, bend through the knee, whatever feels right here. And we're going to drop that knee back down and take the other side. So left leg comes forward, right leg slides back. Try and find that nice hip alignment if it's possible today, and if not, use some cushions and pillows and blocks to help find your support. Once here, we're going to go ahead and start taking ourselves down to the floor, to whatever depth that your body allows. Let's allow ourselves to rise back up, taking the hands underneath the hips and rotating that leg back to center, coming back into a tabletop. Extend that back leg just like we did on the other side. Lift it up and make some circles. Move it around a little bit, bend through the knee. And so now's our time to come into our final pose, Shavasana, or corpse pose. And so traditionally, that's on our back, with the legs extended and the arms out by the sides. I'm going to go ahead and sit up to guide you through it, but feel free to take that posture or any posture really that allows you to be comfortable, perhaps sitting or lying down. It depends on when you're doing this practice today. If you want to stay alert and awake, then it might be helpful to take your Shavasana and seat it. If you're taking this class at night, then laying down may feel absolutely perfect for you to settle in and prepare for sleep. So you've got lots of choices. And this is your chance to just integrate all of the things that we've done so far today. We've opened up various areas of our body in terms of stretching the musculature, which inherently affects the energy centers that house those body parts. When we can free up the space for the energy, then the energy can move within our chakra system, allowing us to come to a calm, peaceful state here during mindfulness meditation, prayer, whatever it is your intention is for this part of our practice. So close your eyes, let your body feel supported, let it feel held. Let the breath be easy. Let the mind be nice and quiet, and the sensations of presence and existence be strong. Feel free to stay in this posture for another few moments or for many moments, whatever your time and schedule allows. My name is Dr. Sammy, and I'm your Yoga Foundations instructor on D-Flex. The light and honor in me respects and honors the light in all of you. Namaste.